You are listening to the Tracy L. Clark Show with me, Tracy L., where I'm going to empower you and teach you how to live your extraordinary life. Tune in every Tuesday, 8 a.m. Pacific on Transformation Talk Radio, where I combine ministry, science, and spirituality to reveal the steps you need to let go of your perceived limitations. Have you had the limiting self-talk over and over? Have you noticed you allow your fears to hold you back? If you're truly ready for change, I invite you to join me, Tracy L. Clark, and start your journey of transformation now. Welcome to this week's episode of the Tracy L. Clark Show. I'm so happy to have our old listeners and our new listeners. And whenever you might be listening to this, I know you can't always get it to live. I've had a lot of questions. Again, I know you can listen on Transformation Talk Radio. Here we are. There's also the Facebook Live, iTunes, Spotify. There's iHeartRadio. There's so many ways you can listen. So please make sure you check out the website at Transformation Talk Radio, because we did receive some of those in our inbox. So just to clarify that. Today is a call-in show. If there's some energy, some questions you want shifted, you can call us 1-800-930-2819. The topic today is around really how you can speak to your body so it listens. As many of you may or may not know, I'm the creator and founder of what I call the body regeneration system. And I call it, you'll hear it method or system, but why I created it was because it was really by accident. And there's a lot of science that backs this up now. So over 17 years ago, when I was looking and needing to have a transition, given no more hope by a lot of experts, my life was in the toilet, not very good in any level or layer, in any quadrant. There was nothing other than my children. And even that, struggling, to be the mom and a good mom and keep it all together. And I know it can be a challenge, right? And becoming a single mom and having to go down that whole route and all the difficulties and challenges it posed in my health space were number one, because obviously if you're not healthy, you're going to dissipate out of this planet. That's the way it works. And I'd already had some checkout experiences. So really leaving my kids without a mom wasn't an option. And as I started to learn and study, and I realized that as I was talking to my body and seeing, feeling, hearing things, and then thinking, oh, am I a little bit different? But no, as empaths, that's you have that gift as well. And then connecting to the body and learning how to use your physical language, so the physiology of your body and your words. And what happened was it started to create a change within my DNA and genetic coding. And I didn't realize at the time what was happening. I was doing a lot of research too behind the science of energy and the body and how it works. And now they've proven that if you do learn, science has proven, and there's many articles and studies out there that we were looking at many, many, many years ago, just in the energy, kind of following it. That's what we do in the energy world. Like a lot of people say, it's hard to describe all these different people that tap into different forms of energy, but it's the way we connect to help each other grow to be the best versions of who we can be. So as my system changed, my body repaired and regenerated and restored. But I also saw that the key was it was repairing and restoring every area of my life. And in 2020, we're in this place of complete transformation now. And I love it. These 10 years, we're going to see the whole world do a shift. And what I love about coming into the roots of the body regeneration and how it really works and how your body starts to regenerate, we're really past the time in the days of really heavy learnings and teachings. It's really connection and using things and developing and creating things energetically, which is what this is all about, and why I love to teach this with you guys and shift the energy with you, is understanding you can do a lot of this stuff literally going down the street. You can do a lot of it if you're in the car or maybe you're going to work. There's so much stress in the body, and the body accumulates so much that it starts to lead to other issues. If you're in the Body Regeneration Effortless Academy, which we offer here on Transformation Talk Radio, or the Miraculous Academy, I'm always giving you the teachings that release the body, what you can do that are very clear, and then also showing you how you can clear it and clean it out yourself. Because when there's a lot of stress in the body, it cuts off the communication to what's happening in your world. So it cuts off the communication, and all of a sudden then you find it more difficult to create or to manifest and to achieve what you're looking to achieve. And this is why I love teaching people how to connect with your own physiology of your body and your words. I'm very discerning how I use my words, because there's so many energies that can, catch on to you, creating a bad day, creating a rough day, creating things that you're maybe not looking forward to. The key is as well, though, when you're disconnecting and releasing this out of the body, is to understand what actions are you required to take. And that's where understanding what your body is communicating to you and how, with your connection to the God consciousness, with your connection to the universe divine, how you say it, that will create a congruency between you, what your body is saying and receiving, and your connection to your faith, to the God consciousness. It all comes in. This year is massive sweeping changes, and we're in a real turning point right now, where this week is hitting another energy where literally things that do not serve you, they have to go. And if you are choosing to hold yourself back, or you're choosing to stay in the turmoil, or you're choosing to stay with things that are old, that don't serve you, you're going to create more turmoil in your life. There'll be more turmoil in the world. And so this is why I was so excited when I came back, because so much started to unfold, even in my own business, not being resistant to what was happening, planting the seeds. Things, people were showing up, and how can I help you? I feel like I've been back for 2 months, even though I've only been back for a week. There's so much happening so quickly, and this is what's happening. This is how you're going to be creating. So if you've been doing that work and moving, people will come in to open that world that you're really looking for and asking for. And that's how, one thing right now, make sure that you're really tethering to people. If you want your life to move, you need to be tethering to people whose lives are moving. And that's why, I move my hand that way, because you're signaling to you guys that are watching that we can actually move the energy up. If you want to tether to people whose lives are stagnant, or businesses are stagnant, you will stay stagnant. Then you'll create more turmoil in your life. And the separations and the endings that are happening right now in your life are going to be huge. You'll be like, it's like things just, when you have, I forget what those systems are called. They're not blenders, but they kind of could look like a blender, and things are just flying out of them, and they fly out so far that all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't even realize that left, or maybe something flew out of your car. You didn't realize it flew out of your car. You didn't realize you lost it. And it's literally, the energy will dissipate that quickly. So it's really important to understand why and what is your body saying. So if you have high levels of stress, if you have high levels of anxiety, and your mind is moving too much, it's a very clear sign that your body is saying, you are disconnected from me. You are not listening to what I'm trying to tell you. And this is the 101 of how the body starts to communicate. And I love the one simple tool that I teach. It's on my YouTube channel. If you got there, or it's also if you're on our mailing list, where you get the free 18-minute audio clearing. I'm going to be doing another one for you guys there. Under the gifts section, when you sign up into the mailing list, if you see where your profile is, there's some clearings there and some audios to help you shift. But the one simple tool where you tap your heart, thank you, God, reset, let go. Thank you, God, reset, let go. And you pull your hand down. Thank you, God, reset, let go. 3 times. Why do we always do it 3 times? It connects you up to the God consciousness. So I always do things in 3s, or into the Christ consciousness. Connects you stronger to the God consciousness. But what it does is it really pulls you out of the brain to recenter. And when you start to do that, the body starts to listen. This is why this is a way of life. People say, why did you create this body regeneration way of living and being? And I said, because it's a way of life. It's a way we live each and every day. I have a lot of people that come to me lately, and they're doing a million different things. Stop doing a million things, because it confuses the body. Start doing things that work for you, and stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. you would be amazed at how much stuff can get stuck on your energy system when you don't stay in your lane and you stay with your connection to the God consciousness. It's already in you. It's just waking up. Somebody said to me, I'm so connected to the God consciousness. I don't need to learn how to connect. However, it's not about learning how to connect. This is misinformation. It's about staying connected so you are in peace. You're constantly learning, you're constantly moving, and you don't have, when you're very connected to the God consciousness, and a lot of people, we're always striving to this. This is why it's a way of life. I live my life 90% more in peace than how I lived my life 17 years ago and beyond. Okay. But if I look at where I was a year ago, now my peace level comes up. I know I can even strive for a greater sense of peace. So I look at my day and I say, my day is busy, and you can do this. Is your day, what percentage of your day is in truth peace? I'm not talking boredom. I'm not talking, worrying about things. I'm just real peace where you're like, I'm walking in peace. It's okay that this happened. It's okay. When something can happen to you that's happening for you and you can come into peace around it very quickly, your connection to the God consciousness is getting stronger because you start to realize that the body isn't holding on to all this stress. So the body holds on to your stress, your mental stress, your physical stress, emotional, spiritual, psychological, and psychic stress, all of this and all the various combinations. But your body can also hold on to other stress that has nothing to do with you if you allow it. So if you don't realize or learn, and we're not taught that, how to remove other people's stress from your body, you can be in turmoil. So if you ever maybe gone out and you had an interaction with somebody and you leave and you were really calm before, and now you're all up in turmoil and you're upset and you're angry or you're frustrated, it's because your body just picked up the stress of that person that they projected onto you. If you don't know how to communicate with your body to release that, your body will store it. And that stored stress can stay stored in your body for years and come out later. And it can even start to accumulate and attach to physical issues in your body. So I know this because I had to get rid of all these physical issues. So I'm kind of that self-taught that, yes, I love to learn and read and study, but over the years, it was like, what is my body telling me? And that's why I love to give those simple tools to you guys. Not hard. And you can mix it with anything you know, anything you love. There's always so much fun. So if you're a Transformation Talk listener, you might want to check out the Body Regeneration Effortless Academy, because you get the teachings, the learnings, the clearings, and the shiftings, and the Miraculous Academy as well. That's if you're a little bit more intense and would love to have them every day. I know there's this space now that people are asking, why am I so struggling? I know we have Mylène on the line too, and we're going to get to you right after the break. So hang on there, Mylène. If you want to call in 1-800-930-2819, we'll do some great clearings and shiftings for you guys, because we had to start the show a little bit later today, but we're getting there. So know that this is the year. This is right now. You're in, if you're having the bad dreams or you're having a lot of anxiety feelings or restlessness, it's the energy that's really saying, pay attention, I'm uncoupling this. You can also be having a lot of thought processes right now and clearings going on in your dream state that would be very much connected to past life issues or cell memories that are sitting in the cellular system into your body, and they just need to go. So the thing you don't want to do is spend too much time focusing on them. You want them to just leave your body. You want them to just go. So the tool, thank you, God, reset, let go. Thank you, God, reset, let go. Thank you, God, reset, let go. And by just signaling to the system, the more times you do something, normally 60 to 90 days, the body understands it. The body goes, oh, they said that, he or she said this. So if you say it, the body will pick it up, and then it just lets it go. And then it'll just do it automatically. And then all of a sudden you'll just remind yourself, oh, I think I need a little grounding today, or I need a little bit of boost in my energy field as I'm going out into the day. And so now also what's happening is you're reversing energies and perceptions. So you become that light every day. You become that beacon out into the world, which really requires you and how you show up. And so the energies that become very heavy in the body are really telling you this week, especially right now, don't pay attention. Like, let's get you out. Don't give it too much thought or too much heaviness. If it stays too heavy in the mental space, normally the chemical electrical frequency patterns of the brain need to be reset. There's a really cool tool I like to teach people, and it's easy, but it reminds and wakes up the body. If you've had too much mental chatter, you actually tap one side of your head. So I'm going to do the right side of my head and then 3 times, and tap your left shoulder 3 times. And you go back, tap the right side of your head 3 times and tap your left shoulder. And you do this. So one more time. We'll just do one more time. And then I'll show you. And so then you reverse it. So then you go to the left side, down to the right shoulder. You do it 3 times. Again, tap the left side, the right shoulder, the left side, and the right shoulder. And then what I do is I thank you, God, reset, let go onto the heart space one more time. Thank you, God, reset, let go. Why do I do that? I'm going to probably burp a bit because, yeah, it's coming. That's how my body lets go for you and for me. So what happens is you're reconnecting the communication between the right side of the brain and the left side of the body, the left side of the brain and the right side of the body. When you then come back to the heart drive, I call it your heart drive, and you say, thank you, God, reset, let go. Thank you, God, reset, let go. Thank you, God, reset, let go. You're reactivating. So the heart drive, the heart is the main energy organ frequency that creates and manifests. So it allows disconnections. If you're feeling disconnected or overwhelmed, it allows them to dissipate because you're coming back into your heart space and you're dropping out of your head and your heart. When you do that, you can get when you do this exercise, you can get some pains in the back of your head. You can get some pains on the side of your head because it's just rebalancing the communication. So if you remember that, you can start. These are some simple tools. Some people say, do I want to walk down the street tapping my head? I'm like, no, but you might be at your desk or you might be sitting at your desk overwhelmed. You can do the heart drive. Just thank you, God, reset, like, oh, tap that heart drive. Nobody knows what you're doing. Or just do it mentally in your head. There we go. There, released it. See? So something in the system had to leave for you and for me. So off it goes. So if you tap into that heart drive, it'll start to remove, it'll start to let go, and it starts to release. Do it in your mental thought. And it'll also refocus you to create an allowance to let the stress out of the body. So stress, I did a video for our Miraculous Academy the other day that they'll get probably tomorrow, around how stress affects your eyes and eyesight and all these other things that affect our eyes. And when you start to learn this kind of information, you literally start walking in your world going, oh my gosh, I need to remove this person, place, or thing. I need to start to react differently. And you become so empowered. You will become so empowered that you are the captain of your ship. You will be steering it, not me, not your mother, your brother, your sister, your lover. No, but they will not be. You will be steering it, but you will be steering it with unconditional love. You'll be steering it with joy and happiness because you'll start to see the things that you're asking for to come into fruition. It's beautiful. So again, if you haven't checked us out, check us out at TracyLClark.com. You can get your free 18-minute audio clearing to start to learn the body regeneration system or way of life, I guess. I don't like those word systems. I've been trying to find a new word. We have the body regeneration toolbox coming out, which are tools for you to learn. It's always changing and shifting. We're always morphing. So use it the way you want. No right, no wrong. But check it out because you'll start to see the more you learn to connect, you can do it. You can reverse a lot of things. You have the power. You just forgot. So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back to Malin right after the break. We're going to jump right into her. If you'd like to give us a call, 1-800-930-2819. We'll see you in a few minutes.
Tune in to to Knowledge Book Radio with host Marge Potasic each Tuesday at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com. Through many experiences, Marge was led to the Knowledge Book, a gift to humanity in its transition to the Golden Age, and it provided the truth and the answers. She now shares information from the Knowledge Book with you each week on TransformationTalkRadio.com. For more information, visit usa.theknowledgebook.net.
You know that moment when you realize you've mastered your wellness, or that you will never fall off the roller coaster of life? Well, yeah, me either. But I still ride unicorns. I will teach you how to become a mindset master. You will learn how your habits and behavior affect the success of your nutrition and exercise, relationships, organization, and so much more. Motivation doesn't arrive in an email, so stop waiting for it. You have to take action, then motivation follows. I am Coach Peggy Wellness. Get out of your comfort zone and recognize the simple truth. We aren't that special. We all have crap to deal with, and we all have a lot more in common than not. I want to spark you into action. We will learn, love, and laugh together. So join me every first and third Monday at 3 p.m. Pacific for Coach Couch and Coffee Radio, where you will learn that being happy and healthy is way more than carrot sticks and squats. So talk to you later.
Hi, I'm Laura Meeks, and the most common problem that my clients face is all work and no play. This is why I created Fly High Living. I help you develop a balanced life plan and guide you to a place where you love to wake up in the morning.
Call 888-666-1570 or go to flyhighliving.com to sign up for the 4-week Flight Plan for Life course.
Calling all moms, it's time to awaken your vibrant, intuitive, loving self in every area of your life. Join host Debbie Pokornik as she shares thoughts, stories, and tools to help you stand in your power. Listen to Vibrant, Powerful Moms helping everyday women create extraordinary lives. Mondays at 2:30 Pacific, 5:30 Eastern. For more information about Debbie, visit empoweringenergy.com. That's empowering with letters NRG.com.
Living Lighter Radio with Jason and Patricia. We have an ecosystem approach to your life. Tune in weekly every Monday at 1 p.m. Pacific on Transformation Talk Radio as we, Jason and Patricia, discuss what's truly holding you back. We offer you the tools you need to reach your goals and at the same time be living lighter. For more information about Living Lighter, visit www.livinglighter.org.
Healing has a ripple effect. One person's healing affects everyone around them. This is where the power of sharing our stories can be so important. Tune in to Playing on the Edge Radio with Megan Edge each month on Transformation Talk Radio, as Megan provides you with ways of sustaining radical and powerful changes in your life. Enact the power of radical change. To find out more about Megan Edge, visit her website at meganedge.ca.
Welcome back. All right. It doesn't go so quickly, doesn't it? All right, Zach, we have Malin on the phone, correct? We're going to bring her right in. If she's
Yes,
there.
Malin from Toronto. You are live on the Tracy L. Clark Show.
Hello.
Hi, Tracy. How are you? Happy
There
Tuesday.
you are. You too. Sorry, got going a little late today. So I was like,
No
wait a minute.
worries.
It's
It's better late than never.
Exactly. And you were so patient. So thank you. I much appreciate it.
Thank you. First I have to say thank you for letting me be your weekly caller. And I have to say, you know what, that one simple tool, it has been a complete lifesaver, especially on what's been going on energetically. Mm-hmm. You know, you tap and you reset, let go. So thank you for reminding us to use that. So
I have chills when you say it, and you can call in every week. Like I say to people, they say, "Oh, I call it." I'm like, you know what? It's your time. Why wouldn't you take it? I would take it too, because, like you said, there's a lot going on right now, and people are being too hard on themselves because there is so much literally flying out of our systems. But it's it can be scary. It can be heavy. And then people think you're all supposed to be roses and cottontail ponies, whatever. And I'm like, actually, no, the biggest shifts are the nastiest ones. And we're in it on the whole planet right now.
Yeah.
It is a good tool. It works when people use it. And that's why I like to remind people, because quite often, and I'm sure you've done it, I've done it, we get busy and then we forget, but we're like, oh my gosh, it's such a powerful tool when you use it on a regular basis.
It's true. And sometimes we just need the reminder. So I guess, thank you for reminding us. So I have 2 questions today.
Sure.
So one is, like, the last couple of days, I've been waking up and my hands are swollen. Like, they're hard to open up when I wake up. And I'm like, what's going on? And I was like, is this something my dad used to have, his hands would be swollen, like from arthritis. So I'm like, is this his, or is this my own energy that is leaving the body?
Yes. It's actually interesting. We have to remove chrysalis from the kidneys area. So, don't take that the wrong way. Like, oh my gosh. So it's a backup. So it's a backup of emotions that are stuck in the body. It's interesting. I'll start to remove this. I've been channeling a lot lately, and we're going to be channeling an emotional release prayer I channeled. So you're in the Miraculous Academy. So you'll get it in the Miraculous Academy. That's where it sits. If people are wondering, there's a lot of prayers and a lot of gifts in there, but it's to detach from the emotional component of the body and how it congests. And this is what it does. So if we have too much backed up emotion, and we've gone through a lot, we've purged a lot, and you're very tenacious, you like to just like go. And I get it. I'm the same way. And then I can get mad because I'm like, I did all this, hurry up, right? So what we'll do is I'll start to remove all of that energy out. We'll dissolve and liquefy the emotions out of the kidneys because it looks like they got backed up. And when that happens, you can get swelling. I actually, when I was doing a big purge being away, my feet were doing that. So they, like, a couple days, and the 2 days I was coming home, my feet, they actually looked like Fred Flintstone feet. I was like, oh my God. And I realized that because I had dumped all this past life emotion that I didn't even know was in the system. You have a similar thing happening. And so I purged it through. So I will start to open up the kidneys, the top and the bottom. Thank you, God. We'll start to release that. Sometimes if you want, it's up to you. You can check with whoever you want to check with, which will release some of that energy as well to just clean up quickly. Is like, it's like a cherry juice, like just a concentrate or whatever.
Oh, yes.
If it's easy, it's simple, it's natural, whatever. See how you feel, check with your doctor, whatever. But it also can push through, any physical stuff that's really stuck that isn't moving as quickly. So we'll put some salve into the kidneys to release that energetically. And then we'll open up the heart. So from the heart down into the arms, we can just flush all of them through. So you know how you brush off the arms, tap reset, I'll open them up more because you have energy out of the heart from old relationships. It's also not getting quite out of the fingers. So it's swelling up into the hands as well. So old emotional energies. Yeah. Connected with relationship. Yeah. So that's
of course.
Yeah.
Of course. So my other question is, it's funny you bring out the feet. I broke my foot 3 times, similar spot. It's the right side. And the last couple of days, it's been hard to walk, even putting on my boots, which I hate boots. And I'm like, what's going on? But I feel like the crack where it's fully cracked and it's swollen at the bottom. And I'm like, oh, this is interesting. This had to come up as everything is coming up. And I just have to say thank you for the prayer, because the unconditional love prayer that you did, that was probably a big transformation for me. So I'm looking forward to this one that you've created.
Yeah. There's some more. And so what's happening is you can also see what I'm going to pull out, and you might get old memories. You look like you've already been having some, but things that were going on at the time when you broke your ankle and you weren't feeling stable, and the people that were connected to that, that created, this is funny. This is coming up. So our other listeners, I'm doing a weekend event this weekend, and I downloaded a manipulation prayer to relieve all the manipulation out of your body from other people. And I'm looking at your field. And so you're going to get a double. I'll start to move that energy through your body for anybody listening where you have been manipulated by other people, which created weaknesses in the field. So all the things that were going on at the time that you cracked it, and the manipulation energy that was checked at you and that would made you feel unstable, that's actually what's coming out. So you're feeling a lot of it. So it actually looks, be very gentle with it though right now. Please be gentle. That looks like a little bit of a hairline fracture that isn't fully healed, is how it looks energetically. So I want to make sure we heal it, strengthen it, stabilize the right and the left, remove all that accumulation, manipulation energy. Anybody listening, you're going to get this too out of your field from other people. So the body can be very strong, centered, stable, and really balanced on each side as you move in life. So as you move through the feminine and the masculine right now and into the creation of what you want life to be. So there's stability moving through that. My ankle is pulsing as I'm doing this. So I would highly just recommend, just be very kind, send that energy away with unconditional love, and be very strong and stable. How's that feel? It should start to dissipate. I'll open the bottoms. Yeah, open it up. So that's so funny because I just channeled that last night. Like literally, I hadn't even said anything. I wasn't going to say anything, but now I'm looking and I'm like, okay, this is actually connected to a lot of what you're releasing. So divine timing.
Of course. Thank you, Tracy.
I love it. So
much.
do the reset. Open the valves on the bottom of your feet, like push the middle of the bottom of your feet, push the middle of your hands. It's like this, guys, for that you can see me. Just push the middle of your hands, push in the middle of your feet. Send everything away with unconditional love. Thank you, God. Reset. Let go. Just keeping that space, especially till we get through this next week, because between today and Friday, there's so much energy that's literally ripping off all that no longer serves you. So stay stable. You're not going crazy.
Oh, okay, good. Thank you so much, Tracy, for everything. Love you. Have a fabulous day. Take care.
You too.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Zach, we have another caller on the line?
Yes, we have Max Elena from Kitchener. You are live on the Tracy L. Clark Show.
Hello? Hello, Magdalena?
Hi, Tracy.
There you are, in the car, maybe.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't hear my name. Sorry. Tracy, thank you so much first of all, and I wanted to say thank you for all of your videos on emotions. It's really powerful for me.
I'm glad. You know what? I'll tell you, there's a lot more coming. So what she's referring to for our listeners, Magdalena is also in our Body Regeneration Miraculous Academy. And we're teaching where the emotions sit in the body and then how you can clear it. And then I clean it up with you so you know what to look for in your life. So you're welcome.
Thank you. Yeah, it's actually something that I wanted to talk to you about a little bit more because I've been noticing a lot of anger coming up for me recently. And I'm not feeling like I'm holding on to it. In fact, I need to release exercise and stuff. But there's still stuff right into my cat Apollo, and there's a little bit of generalization now that's seeping into men and my husband and men in general, which is very unlike me. So I'm hoping that I can get a little bit more clarity about that.
So, okay, so you cut out a little bit there. So the number one area where you're still getting triggered with anger, just repeat that again because it just cut out.
It's with my husband.
With your husband, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Hang on a sec. Not uncommon. So there's, we have to redo a connection. Just a second. Okay, you have, now I'm going to be sensitive because we have other listeners. We have 3 major triggers that are coming up connected to him and how you perceive the relationship should be. and those are more personal. So I'm not gonna just throw them out there. How does that resonate when I say that? Do you understand?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. So that's creating also the disconnection and and a perception within also how you both show up in the relationship. And then there's a lot of judgments you are also holding against yourself, which is creating more anger with yourself about family, marriage, what it looks like. Do you realize how skewed the judgments are, and that there is actually no real wrong way to have a life the way you want it, with or without people?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to go back, because there's a lot of religious programming, believe it or not. That's the line where it's coming up through old lifetimes and stuff, and other people's projections. So it's technically, in your heart how you want things to look and where they want to go. This is a big package. It's leaving your body. It's been very tied into this religious line of how things should look, and people and places and things. And it's like if I took out an old disc and all of a sudden I put it in your drive, and you've been watching this display for some time now, but it's like memories, it's information, it's discerning of how should something look or not look, and then being way too hard on yourself because you're trying to pull in those memories into the way your life is now. And your life, for you want it to be just more free and flowing. And you really must have been doing some declaring of like, I'm just done with stress buckets. I call them stress buckets because it looks like you're throwing a lot of stuff. I'm not living a life full of stress.
Yeah, and that's why this is so challenging for me, because I'm noticing some patterns, and you're talking about the religious. I also feel that's tied into like clearing some of my parental stuff, because
yes,
big part is like I feel like I'm reliving my parents' dynamic. Yes. That feels really wrong for me.
Yes. Good. Okay. I'm glad you brought that up. I'm sensitive how much people want to bring up. I don't just like to go bleh. Because again, bodies are sensitive. They hear everything. So exactly. And that's that whole programming. Like I said, like that old disc, it's not yours. You're looking at it and you're trying to see, how do I uncouple it? I'm going to remove the accumulation of their manipulation patterns and what you thought. So where it manipulated your field. It's not that they were physically going, you have to do this and this, but it was a field, your field got manipulated. So I'm going to remove all of that accumulation of energy off. Thank you, God. I'm going to strengthen the body on every level and layer to be very strong, to actually making the choices. So what it looks like is the fear and the stress in the body and the nerve system is getting really stuck based on, the decisions you want to make, but you're trying to also still play, they say it, the good girl. So your spirit team's like, I've got to remove this. And that's old. That's from watching your parents. That's from being very little. So if you're okay, I'm going to remove all of that off as well. Okay.
Yes, please.
How does that feel in your body for clarity? How does your brain feel? Does it feel clear? It's not saying you have to make decisions and things right now, but do you feel clearer to say, now I can move in my direction no matter what, without holding on to any of their projections or manipulations in my field?
Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
So I'm going to turn your field just a little bit, basically the whole energy body. So we're going to turn it not necessarily away from what's happening, but we're going to you're going to start finding, you're going to become very clear of how you communicate, and it'll be less words, but clearer. So it'll be like, this is what I require. And this is what I require. And this is what I require. And just by saying that, and then you'll see how things will start to get very clear. And then you can move and make decisions how they work for you with no obligation.
Yeah, I can feel that it's coming out of the throat and stuff. Thank you.
Oh yeah. The energy shifted huge in the last few weeks, like huge. So take it all, enjoy it. Like you're really, don't be so hard on yourself. I know I've said that to you before, but don't be so hard on yourself, because you have so many gifts and I don't want you turning away from them anymore.
Thank you so much, Tracy. I really appreciate you helping me today.
Anytime. Lots of love, sweetheart. Go and give your baby a hug. He's the cutest little thing ever. I love it. All right, Zach, we have Kelly on the line from Colorado.
Sorry about that. Yes, Kelly from Colorado. You are live on the Tracy L. Clark Show.
Hi, Kelly.
Hi, Tracy. I'm so excited to be talking to you and see how you can help me. I have quite a few different things that maybe you can help me shift my energy or be able to explain to me how to do this on a daily basis. I, about a year ago, was diagnosed with invasive metastasizing breast cancer. And I, of course, it comes at you so fast once you're diagnosed with that, and you just do everything they tell you to do. You know, the radiation, the chemo, take this, do that, and which creates so much. I'm trying to think of the word. It just
anxiety, fear,
stress, the brain fog, anxiety, the entire side effects of everything. And during my journey of this, I've learned so much, and I have been doing a lot of different things of like Reiki and different types of massages and different things to help me get rid of all this stuff out of my body. And I have such pain, nerve pain, that they're telling me is actually caused from the radiation, because I had intense radiation for a long time. And I stay so positive in front of everybody, and they're all like, "Oh, you're so great," but then you fall apart at night.
absolutely.
Because I want this to stop.
Absolutely. There's and my heart goes out to you, because I went through a similar, but in the cervix. It's interesting because you have a big disconnection in the body, which is why this came in, and you can see that there was a real need for you to be nurtured on a different level, both for self and other people, and how you require to be nurtured. It's different for everybody. So I'm going to reset that. You are correct. Your nerve system. I was born with a really bad nerve system. So I can, like, actually talking to you, the pain, I had my head shook, everything shook. It was pain. So actually talking to you, going into the nerve system. This is a process of actually now reconnecting to the body, and I can start to actually put some energy through the nerve system so we can settle it down. But you're right, the toxins, we have to start to remove the accumulation of toxins out of the body. When I start to do the process, sometimes people do tell me they stink a lot, so don't get too worried. It does happen. They're like, I stink, but it's getting the medicines and the toxins out. Thank you, God. I can start to remove that accumulation out of the system. It's really an understanding. So you kind of went into the two worlds. The fear, you've got it also in the throat, as you know, speaking for what you wanted, what you didn't want. And I totally get it. The fear comes in. You're like, okay, you got to do whatever we need to do. But there are ways, we have lots of people going through it, where we have ways where we can actually disconnect, increase the immune system. Your immune system's only reading at about 5%. So it is still very, very weakened. And there's this thing about what I'm going to remove too, which is blocking, because I know we only have a couple minutes, but even if you hop on some of our Facebook groups and stuff, we can help you through it. We have a private Facebook, like it's Facebook. You can see it on my website. You can just hop on there if you want to start there. And people help. The community will help. It's just a free Facebook. Just go and join us. And so we can get you moving, because that disconnection to the body has to come back in. Yeah. It's called if you go onto my website and you have the newsletter, it shows you right there in the link. As soon as you go in right there, you can contact the office. They'll make sure you have it. We'll start you there. But because the body has to repair, regenerate, restore, I'm going to start that. The other thing is, one, you don't want to talk too much about what's happening in the body. We have to get you talking to the body. So that simple tool that I said, I would start with that one. The Thank You, God, Reset, Let Go, because we got to reconnect you back to the system. You look like you're in 50 million pieces, and we want to bring the body back for one. You do not have to go out in the world and put the brave face, but what you can say to when you're talking to the body is, and to people, say, you know what, different day today, but I'm finding my way through it. Those words will actually strengthen the body. I'm going to start to remove the spirit of we call them spirits because they're energies of the cancer of the root of the cell, connected to all the people, places, and things. So there was also an imbalance in the sugar levels in the body as well, which so we can actually start to reset the pancreas, because we have to reset the sugar levels too, right? So a lot of times, and we all know that is one thing on the health wise, any little bits of sugar in our body can throw stuff off, even though it happens, whatever. Yeah, it's like, there it is. But there's lots of an accumulation. So the exercise I did with the balancing of the brain today, I'd like you to do that repeatedly too, because the brain fog is coming out. It's like accumulation. We got to flush the toxins out of the body. That's what's actually giving you that brain fog. But that's why you have so much pain, to repair and regenerate the nerve system. We had a young girl who was supposed to get a colon bag. Her nerve system was so fried from all the medicine they gave her, because it was a botched surgery, and they call her a miracle because she doesn't need a colon bag, and her nerve system repaired, and we were able to get her off the medicine. I like, the reason I'm telling you the testimonial is I want you to take it. It's energy that, wait a minute, my body is strong. My body can repair. My body is restoring. And actually my body's starting to burn up. So this is really good. We can start to burn off misinformation and misinterpreted information of where you started to leave yourself behind, and where this energy came in to now make you very aware. But there was attention that your body required, and it wasn't getting it. And people don't like it when I say that. I went through it. I was pissed off when I learned that too. But it's like, wait a minute, I do require some attention. So I'm going to open you up to be stronger, to starting to receive the proper love, care, and attention that your body requires in the way you require it, not the way somebody else thinks, not the way somebody else feels. But there's a lot of energy coming out of your throat. So I'm going to reset the throat as well. And I'm just going to quickly clean before we go here. And my producer goes, gotta go. Okay. Hang on. I'm going to clean your meridians and your chakras. Thank you, God. And I'm going to collapse the body there. So I'd like you to also, it's very good to tap the breasts as well. And you like, thank you, God. I'm letting that go with unconditional love. I'm letting that go on a regular basis, especially more on your left side than your right side. That's where more of the stagnant energy sits. So if you can do that a couple of times a day, it'll start to get your body to wake up, because your body, you've been more head than body. How does that feel?
That feels great. And my breast cancer is on my left side. So it feels like my whole left side of my body is like, if you could, is like falling apart. So this feels really good. And I can't tell you how grateful and that you're extraordinary for all of your suggestions and energy that I feel. And I will definitely be going to your website and getting on with the group.
Come on the Facebook, and they'll give you directions, and we can, if there's a program you need or like, and it feels right. I don't know. It's whatever feels right for you. I'm not that kind of person. What feels right.
Sure.
Get you connected up to God. You can always talk to the office. And I always pop on that Facebook. And what do you guys need? What do you require? I can help you if I don't know what you require, but I know what it's like. I've been in your shoes. I know what it's like. I have had a whole ailment and toolbox of garbage in my life. I was born that way. And it doesn't all happen overnight, but if you stay connected, do those little things, you'll be amazed at how quickly your body can respond. Amazed. Like, I amazed my doctors, and they were like going, how is this possible? And I'm like, but you talk to the body, you change the DNA, you can change it. There's so much around it, and we're in the time for that. You have so much to give and so much to offer, and you're like a huge ball of light, and that's partly why you got this. It's time for you. It's all time for you. So that female side is like, I'm coming out. It's me, and that's why it came out on the female side of the body. Yeah.
Wonderful. Oh, thank you for sharing your story as well. That's very encouraging.
Yeah, been there.
Said, absolutely extraordinary. Yes. Yeah. And wow, I had no idea you had been there. So that makes it even more.
Yeah. You go check my website. I was born. I had 3 near-death experiences. I know pain of the body well. I know pain of the body well.
Wow.
Yeah. So it happened.
But we have to, exactly. It is.
Yeah.
Wow. Extraordinary. Thank you so much. I'm truly grateful.
So much love. Call in again. I'm here every week, and come on and let's get you going. Okay.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Lots of love. Back to you, Tracy. All right.
Bye, Kelly. Have a great day.
Take care. All right. You too. Bye-bye.
All right, everyone. We've had a great show. I love you all so much. We are going to have a pre-tape show next week. I am in California next week. So you're going to see some of my super facilitators and myself. So I'm sorry I will not be here live, but please tune in the following week. for our next live call-in show where we're going to talk more about the body and unlock everything that you're going through. Check me out, TracyLClark.com, and start to connect to your system. We will see you again. Have a great week, everybody. Thank you for listening to the Tracy L. Clark Show with me, Tracy L., where I teach you how to live your extraordinary life. Tune in every Tuesday, 8 a.m. Pacific on Transformation Talk Radio, where I combine ministry, science, and spirituality, revealing the steps you need to transcend perceived limitations. As a remarkable leader and pioneer in my field, I, Tracy L., will provide insights energetically and the tools required to move you forward. For more information on my partnership program, check us out at TracyLClark.com.